So when we're talking about making progress towards a goal or like getting something done that we want to get done or we think we should get done, the topic of accountability is often brought up. Like, oh well, you need accountability, and I have to say that I have a kind of complex relationship or ex learning experience with accountability as a concept. It's not always positive, you know?
It's not always lovely. Well, I am guessing that accountability, I mean, first of all, accountability is all the rage. I mean, it's everywhere. Everybody says you should have an accountability buddy. You should just make sure that you have somebody else that you have to blah, blah.
Hmm.
Um, I think it can get really, really problematic. And yet another thing that you kind of have to do if you set it up so that you're working with two big chunks of behavior. If you are within your repertoire or very
Hmm.
close to it, so that the behavior is just like sliding into that golf green, um, then I think you're going to be fine. Then you're going to look forward to sending me that email saying, I did it. Because the doing of it is going to be something that's going to be happening reliably. And then getting to send that email is going to be it's going to feel good. It's going to be a good thing. But if the behavior you're trying to do it's too much, it's at a bad time, it's whatever, but it's not just happening, then you're going to do it because you don't want to email me and say that you didn't do it. And I
Right.
think that gets tricky.
That does get tricky because that becomes a very much negative reinforcement uh,
Hmm.
kind of contingency. And I think worse than that, accountability culturally, we very much associate with punishment, like
Yeah.
straight up positive punishment.
Yeah.
And we say, oh, this person in the news made this mistake and they need to be held accountable. And what we really mean is called out into the town square. Um,
It's very much a do it or else
yeah,
kind of
yeah. And
situation.
I
Yeah.
mean, I feel that sometimes um, when we're talking about like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym or we're going to train my dog. Right? It's like, oh, well, if I don't do it, like I have to do it or else I will be drug out and publicly flogged. Which isn't it what like with all kinds of avoidance behaviors, then it's just as easy to avoid the source than the by like avoiding it entirely rather than doing the training or going to the gym or whatever the thing is.
Yeah. And I mean, it's too bad. I mean, because I mean, accountability, it's just a label. Yeah. It's going to hold what we put in it.
A
So it's too
construct.
bad if we kind of poison the word because it's a
Mhm.
usable term to use to
Mhm.
describe a setup where you're telling somebody that you're doing something. And it's also a setup that can work beautifully. Do you remember when we did that yoga thingy, when we did it, both of us? And I
Mhm.
used to text you and you used to say, I want nudie pics and whatever you used to
Still
say
still
about it.
waiting. Still
Still
waiting.
waiting. I'm sorry, I didn't deliver on that. But it felt good that you were doing the same thing that I was doing, and it was nice to send you
Yeah.
that little email afterwards. But those yoga chunks, they weren't. I mean, it wasn't 45-minute sessions. They were pretty short sessions.
Mhm.
We both did them, I think, in the beginning of our days before everything else rushed in. And to me, people would say that that was an accountability setup. I did it, and I texted you.
Yeah.
But to me, it was a community thing. I did it, and I knew that you were going to be doing it whenever you woke up. I mean, we're in different time zones and all that. But it
Hmm.
was just great to be able to send that email or a text and say, I did it. And maybe send little quotes of something that I thought about or whatever. And
Yeah.
if we do things in that way, where it's behavior is happening and sending that text is like a yay, then I think we're golden.
Yeah, I think the splitting thing actually is really huge, and I literally hadn't thought about it quite that way until just now. This is live, um, because you are right. If the thing that I'm accounting with you at you to you towards you, I don't know,
Trying to do, yeah.
we're countifying together is. like good splitting, I can't help but like trip over it. Um, then it doesn't have the, I don't feel my chest clutch in quite the same way as I'm like, okay, yes, I am going to commit to Whole 30, or I'm going to give up this for Lent, and I'm going to promise, because then I always feel the little bit of dread because
Hmm.
I know that I'll inevitably fail, and then you'll be disappointed in me and I'll be disappointed, and we're back in the whole childhood trauma, right? Like we're on that path, which is unhelpful because I've tried that path. But if we set the criteria such that I almost cannot miss it.
Help to do it. It's
Yeah.
it's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Then it is worst case scenario if you prompt me, I just do it right then. Or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh, I've got to go change clothes and I've got to go, do this whole because then it's just terrible.
And it's just too much. And I think
Yeah.
if we could set it up so that we refrain from poisoning these setups,
Yeah.
so that we have ways of building our own behavior,
Hmm.
I think that is worth a lot.
Yeah. I think that's the trick.
Yeah. Which is why I love you, because
And
I
I
get
love
to
you
do
back.
that with you.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to be doing. Yes.
Yeah, I think the other key factor then for it to come together is the person you're accountabilifying with has to be on the same program, has to be on the same plan. They have to get it, which I think that can be actually a significant practical obstacle in real life when you're trying to find, a family member or a friend who you can use in this capacity, but they don't get it. They don't get what that.
Oh, that's a really good point. And they'll ask for more, like they'll try to make you do more or
Right.
whatever.
Yes. Yes. Because
Yes.
they're helping you
Yes.
grow. Because
Oh, yeah.
when you ask someone for help, but they don't get it, the help is almost often unhelpful.
Oh.
Which is
And isn't that
so
often
often
the
true.
case? If
Yep.
we are coming, I mean, even if we're talking about dog training for a second, if
Hmm.
I ask you for advice, but you don't know the setup I'm working in or how I taught the behavior in the first place, you can advise at me all day, but it's not going to help me because it's not where I'm coming from. We
Yeah.
need to know where the other person is coming from in order to help.
And operating in the same
Yes.
paradigm, I guess, same
Hmm.
model.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even like dog to dog, even like with like actual in the moment, oh, can you help me with this obedience exercise? If you know the exercise that I'm doing, you're going to be a lot more helpful because you'll know where to step in and where to not, like where to hold and where to hold.
Yes, but I mean,
But
if I
yeah.
ask you for advice on Tessa's healing, for
Hmm.
example,
Yep.
it's good for you to know that I know that she is forging a little bit and that I am okay with that position. So you don't start trying to meddle
I
with
don't
that
start, yeah, giving you the feedback. Yeah.
when it's
Or
my 360 turns I want to
Mhm.
work on, whatever.
or even worse, it looks like she's doing really good, so I'm going to escalate the distraction. I'm going to
Oh
start
yeah.
talking really loud or swinging my arms and help you by making it harder, increasing the challenge. And that's definitely
Yeah.
something I've run into on a human to human level. We're like, oh, you did really well. Well, you should. Here's a way that I'm going to help you grow by pushing you. And
Up the ante. We always
yeah,
have to up the ante. It's never good enough.
it's never freaking good enough, Emily.
Hmm.
It's never good enough, and it's so demotivating when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.